10 ஆண்டுக்கு பிறகு நாங்கள் எங்கள் தமிழ் சகோதரர்களுக்கும் சகோதரிகளுக்கும் இறந்து போன தமிழ் சகோதர சகோதரிகளுக்கு நான் முதல் வணக்கம் செய்ய விரும்புகிறேன். ரெண்டாவதாக முள்ளிவாய்க்கால் வலிக்கிட்டு பல நாடுகளுக்கு போய் இப்போ கனடா வசிக்கும் இளைஞர்கள் மக்களுக்கும் நான் வணக்கம் சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். They stand today as the witnesses of history. They walk amongst us after having survived one of the worst atrocities that we've seen in the world. And their stories are riveting. They're powerful witnesses to the war crimes against humanity and genocide that took place in 2009. But their resilience is what should motivate all of us. We as a diaspora in Canada alone are 300,000 people, but around the world we're over 1 million, with significant populations in every major city in North America and major cities around the world. And while we stand shoulder to shoulder amongst our kin and kith, we need to continue to voice and be a louder voice for justice and accountability. The stories that I was able to hear during the time of the OISL investigation, when the MV Sunsea came in 2010 and the Ocean Lady in 2009, and the many hundreds of people I met over the years when I was in Sri Lanka in 2016 and 18, will make you not sleep at night. Because I wonder how many of those people who've seen so much, who've walked over dead bodies, who carried their children to the grave, who did not have a proper funeral for their loved ones, and the many, many mothers were still searching for their children, just waiting to see if they'll come home. That is something that we can never forget. Humanity can never forget. And we know in 2009, humanity did forget us. But today, we need to continue the struggle. Accountability is so important. It's important because it is the basis by which other world leaders who want to kill their own people will have to think twice before they do that. It is the impunity that the Sri Lankan government enjoyed over the years that's allowed countries like Myanmar to kill its own people. And we see that in history over and over again. And that is why we need to have a proper accountability mechanism that allows for truth to come out, allows justice to prevail, and allows families to move forward. But that's not enough alone, although that is the first essential step. There needs to be a political solution. Tamils cannot live in the island as second or third class citizens. Tamils cannot continue to have their language and culture deteriorate. Tamils cannot live in fear of their life. And that is why a political solution is so essential. A political solution that essentially confirms the right of the Tamil people to self-determination, that ensures that the underlying rights over land, over culture, over language, over the fundamental things that are important to the community are addressed. And that too is something that is missing. But if we even have both of these, the final notion of reconciliation cannot take place on paper. Reconciliation cannot take place between the diaspora and the Sri Lankan government or the Sri Lankan state. It needs to happen when those who are directly affected are able to reconcile in their terms. And 10 years after, that is what we need to do. As a Tamil community, I urge all of you. I know many of you have walked this path for a very long time. Many in your entire lifetime, this has been your singular journey. but the journey did not stop in 2009. In fact, the journey, a new journey, a renewed journey started in 2009, and I really urge all of you to continue to fight for freedom, continue to fight for justice, accountability, and ultimately peace. Thank you. Nandri, Vanakkam.